So here we have Titanfall. Unless you've been asleep for the past 3 months, or you're not into next gen, or you're not a first person shooter fan, which is probably quite a few of the people that actually subscribe to my channel, but Titanfall is the latest release of FPS game, first person shooter, that has just been released last week for the PC and for the Xbox One. It's due for the Xbox 360 in about another week. Actually, I think it's a week this Friday coming. I'm not normally into first person shooters as regards to multiplayer games, but I suppose the real big thing about Titanfall is the fact that there is no campaign, there is no single player, no campaign game, or no single player element, sorry, to the game itself. It is absolutely 100% online, and I suppose that sort of put me off initially, really, because I'm not really into the online gaming for first person shooters, but I thought I'd give it a go. It's been highly raved about, and I did download the beta for the Xbox One, and it seemed pretty fun actually, because it's not your normal multiplayer FPS game. I mean, what I'm going to say in this review is nothing new, and there's plenty of these videos about on YouTube about the gameplay and so forth, so I'm not going to go too much into that, but one of the advantages about Titanfall is the fact it's not just about other online players. These sort of pseudo players within the maps that are called bots, and effectively they're computer controlled, artificial intelligence, but they add to the game because they're fairly easy to sort of overcome. But it adds a bit, I suppose, a bit of variety to the game really as well, and it's not all about getting the shit kicked out of you, I suppose, by other multiplayers online. And that's one of the things that can put you off about FPS games online, is the fact that a lot of people that play these games are pretty hardened, and I've got to be honest, I'm pretty shit at FPS games, I really am, but I'm actually really enjoying this. It is pretty fun. There's a lot of different elements to the game. One of the elements is to do with the fact that you've got these mech type warriors that are called Titans that you can jump in and control. So as well as just being a soldier or whatever running around and shooting the shit out of stuff, you can actually control a Titan, and we all love big robots to control, don't we, surely? So it does add quite a bit to the game itself. Graphically, the game is nice on the PC. I actually decided against getting the Xbox One version because of the potential issues. Well, okay, non-issues, but with some of the downsides of playing the Xbox One version as regards to the graphical detail. There is more graphical detail available on the PC. I've got a decent PC, so I thought I'd get the PC version, and it's cheaper as well, so it's sort of win-win really for me on that front. There's a couple of things worth mentioning about the actual game itself that sort of surprised me, is the size of the install. It is absolutely mammoth on a PC. It's about 50 gigabytes, and it took, I reckon, it took well over 2 hours to install and set up, which is absolutely crazy really for a game. I bet it was closer to 3 hours by the time it had decompressed all the audio. There's a massive amount of audio that it decompresses, sort of over 30 gigabytes. Christ knows why. But it, it is what it is. There's been a lot of discussion on the forums about the game as regards to the fact that it's not really next gen in its graphics, and I've got to be honest, guys. If you're looking at the graphics with minute sort of criticism, you're not playing the game, because you don't have time to look at the level of the graphics. It is so fast. The action is pretty relentless, and I'm playing it fairly weak in the demo that you're seeing here. This is, you know, I'm not really getting into the game, but it is absolutely manic. It really is, and it looks fine. You know, it looks absolutely fine. Most importantly, it plays really well, which is the most important thing without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, I mean, if you've got an Xbox One or if you've got a PC and like FPS games, go and buy it. If you're not really into the FPS games, still go and buy it, because I'm having a lot of fun on this, and that's what gaming's all about, really. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and I'll speak to you again soon.